Imagine walking down a dark street at night, and a homeless man suddenly steps in front of you, looks you dead in the eye, and whispers, "Don't talk." You think he's threatening you, but seconds later, you realize he just saved your life. The night was colder than usual on East Harbor Street, the kind of cold that made the streetlights flicker like they were shivering. Officer Kayla Rowan walked her usual patrol route, her boots clicking against the empty sidewalk. A quiet night, almost too quiet. She turned the corner near the abandoned laundromat and saw him again, the homeless man who slept under the broken bus shelter. He always kept to himself, never begged, never complained, just sat there with a quiet dignity that didn't match the ragged blanket around his shoulders. His name unknown. His story nobody bothered to ask. Tonight he looked different. He was standing instead of sitting, alert instead of half asleep, his posture tall, shoulders squared, his eyes locked on hers. And then he whispered it, firm, deep, urgent. "Don't talk." Kayla froze. "Excuse me?" she whispered back. He stepped closer, barely moving his lips. "Don't talk. Don't react. Just stand still." She scanned the street. Nothing looked unusual. No one else around. Then she saw his eyes shift, just a few degrees left. She followed the direction. That's when she saw them. 4 gang boys, hooded, gloves on, moving silently down the sidewalk toward her. Predators approaching prey. Their eyes were fixed directly on her. Her pulse spiked. They'd been looking for a cop to teach a lesson. Rumors had been swirling for weeks. The homeless man stepped between her and the street. To them, it now looked like she was the one bothering him. He reached down slowly, and Kayla noticed his hand slip into the crack of the sidewalk, lifting a small chunk of broken asphalt. Then he slid something beneath it. A knife, hidden just seconds before the gang arrived. He had been ready for them. The boys approached, circling. One smirked. "Yo, old man, this cop harassing you?" The homeless man kept his voice steady. "Nah," he said. "She's just passing through." "Leave her be." The leader stepped closer. "Looks like she's bothering you to me." Kayla kept her hand near her holster. She didn't dare move. The homeless man did something unexpected. He lifted his hands and showed them he had nothing. No threat, no tension. Calm, controlled. "If you're still watching, like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications." Then he added, "You boys don't want trouble with her." "Or with me," the leader laughed. "You? What you gonna do?" The homeless man didn't answer. He just tilted his head. Behind them, the boys turned. A squad car rolled slowly down the street. Back up. Kayla had radioed in 10 minutes earlier, long before this encounter. The timing was divine. The gang scattered instantly, melting into the alleys like shadows terrified of the light. Kayla exhaled shakily. The homeless man turned to her. "You okay?" She nodded. "You saw them before I did." "I've been watching them watch you for days," he said quietly. "They planned to jump you tonight. I wasn't going to let that happen." Kayla swallowed hard. "What's your name?" He hesitated, like it had been a long time since anyone cared to know. "Malcolm Ward," he said finally. "Malcolm," she repeated. "Thank you." But Malcolm wasn't done. He crouched and lifted the piece of asphalt, revealing the knife he had hidden. "I didn't want them grabbing this," he explained. "Didn't want things getting bloody." Kayla stared at him. He wasn't just observant. He was tactical, controlled, trained. This wasn't random. "Malcolm, who were you before this?" He met her eyes with a tired smile. "Someone who made mistakes," he said softly. "Someone trying to stay invisible." The next morning, Kayla didn't sleep. She couldn't stop thinking about Malcolm. How he moved, how he calculated, how he de-escalated 4 armed gang boys with nothing but presence and instinct. That wasn't ordinary. That was military-level awareness. So the next day, she returned to East Harbor Street. Malcolm was there, folding his blanket neatly like a soldier making his bed. Kayla approached with 2 coffees and a bag of breakfast sandwiches. He blinked. "What's all this?" "You saved my life," she said. "Least I can do." He shook his head. "You don't owe me—" "I'm not done," she cut in. "I made a call." 2 city outreach workers stepped forward from behind her. A temporary housing voucher, health care, a rehabilitation counselor, a job placement officer. All ready for him. Malcolm stared at the paperwork like it was a foreign language. Kayla touched his arm gently. You saved me, she said. Now let me help save you. For the first time, Malcolm's eyes softened. He breathed in, deep, steady, hopeful. Thank you, Officer Rowan. No, she said with a smile. Thank you, Malcolm.